The carrier signal registered active on every diagnostic, yet Serana's left filament detected nothing. No modulation, no data packets threading through the electromagnetic field. Just a hollow tone, present and empty at once, like a heartbeat heard through an open door with no one behind it. She touched the singed tendril hanging past her shoulder, the one that never fully regrew after the relay station fire. Reduced conductivity. Permanent damage. The others in the signal center had learned to ignore their own discharge patterns, but Serana still checked hers constantly, running fingers along the deadened length to feel what the equipment might miss. Her monitoring station hummed with ghost frequencies. 1,000 intercepted signals from 1,000 species, all of them speaking, negotiating, threatening, begging. The copper smell of overworked arrays sat permanent in the back of her throat. The cold air, kept at 8 degrees to optimize filament conductivity, sharpened everything, except Earth's channel. For hours now, the silence counter on her display ticked upward with mechanical patience. For hours since the Dominion ultimatum had boomed across every standard frequency, Grothek's siege species' voice vibrating with the certainty of numbers. Surrender 3 border territories within 96 hours, or face 2,000 warships and 1,100 armed stations. Every species in Serana's 22-cycle database had responded to war ultimatums within 18 hours. Negotiate, threaten, posture, surrender, something. Earth's carrier tone continued its blank broadcast. She pulled up cross-reference protocols, running diagnostics on all 1,100 border stations within range. Active, powered, broadcasting, functional. Her fingers traced the singed filament again, unconsciously, a habit so ingrained she no longer noticed the gesture. The damaged tissue registered field fluctuations differently, slower, filtering high-frequency noise into something almost tactile. Right now it registered silence as pressure, as weight. Ma'am! The junior analyst at the adjacent station did not turn to face her. Kill. 47 days until his rotation to atmospheric monitoring. He had requested the transfer after his 3rd cycle in signal intelligence, claiming he preferred weather patterns to speech patterns. The diagnostic on Gamma 7 is clean. They're not jammed. They're not encrypted. They're just... He stopped. The sentence had nowhere to go. Serana checked her own readouts. Earth's military arrays, active. Civilian entertainment bands, active. Commercial shipping frequencies, active. All of them broadcasting carrier tone. None of them carrying content. She had logged it as routine. Species typically deliberate before responding to territorial ultimatums. Expected silence window, 6 to 12 hours. Professional notation. Standard assessment. The filament discharge along her crown remained minimal, controlled, the blue sparks of a mind at professional distance from its work. Hour 12 passed. The silence counter climbed past its own prediction. Serana expanded her monitoring scope beyond military channels, something she had not done in 19 cycles. The expansion felt like panic disguised as thoroughness. Human civilian entertainment broadcasts. Silent. Colony administrative traffic. Silent. Commercial shipping frequencies that should have chattered with manifests and route adjustments and mechanical complaints. Silent. Not selective silence. Not military caution. An entire species across all bands, all purposes, all channels had stopped communicating simultaneously. Her filament sparked once. A single blue discharge from crown to shoulder that she logged as static interference. Grothek's voice came through the command channel at hour 24, transmitted from his flagship with the subsonic undertones his species used for dominance display. They are afraid. Fear makes prey animals freeze. We will see surrender by hour 48. Serana said nothing. Her fingers found the singed tendril again, testing its reduced response against the electromagnetic hum of the room. The others worked around her, 200 analysts at their stations, their own filaments discharging in controlled patterns, their keystrokes creating a soft percussion against the silence coming from Earth. She pulled historical archives. The Cultural Exchange database held declassified human military records, available through diplomatic protocols she had never needed to access. The search took 11 seconds. The results rewrote her understanding of what silence could mean. Radio silence. EMCON. Emissions control. For 100 years of human conflict documented the pattern. Entire fleets going dark before amphibious assaults. Divisions ceasing all broadcast before offensive operations. Coordinated electromagnetic silence used as cover for movement. The silence was not absence. It was doctrine. Her singed filament discharged a cascade of blue sparks, crown to shoulders, the ozone smell building around her station so thick she could taste it at the back of her throat. The junior analyst beside her raised one hand, tentative, not turning from his screen. "Ma'am, is it possible Earth's entire communication infrastructure simply broke? All of it, at once?" Serana ran the full diagnostic sweep. Every array in range. Military, civilian, commercial, all active, all powered, all broadcasting carrier tone, all choosing not to speak. She watched Cale's shoulders tighten as the results populated his display. He submitted his transfer request to atmospheric monitoring before the end of shift, the confirmation chime cutting through the signal center's hush like a drop tool. Hour 36. The silence counter climbed past a day and a half. Serana noticed the other analysts had begun working quieter. Voices lower, keystrokes softer. 200 trained intelligence professionals unconsciously matching the silence coming through their headphones, as if whatever listened on Earth's empty channels might hear them too. She touched her damaged filament again, testing, checking, the gesture so constant now it had become invisible even to her. The reduced conductivity that made her slow to register standard signals made her sensitive to absence, to the shape of nothing, to the pressure of a hollow channel that should have been full. The counter kept climbing. Hour 72. 24 hours remained. Grothex 2000 warships moved to attack positions, their engines lighting Dominion sensors like aggressive stars. Then sensor ghosts flickered at the edge of monitored space. Hundreds of contacts, present, then absent, breathing in and out of detectability. Serana's fingers traced her singed filament. The damaged tissue registered the ghosts as pressure fluctuations her equipment could not confirm. She did not log them. She watched alone, her broken instrument detecting frequencies the intact arrays missed. The signal center had gone quieter. Analysts moved without speaking. The air tasted of ozone and copper and biological fear discharge from their own filaments. The silence from Earth had become a physical presence, a weight pressing against their eardrums. She sipped chilled nutrient solution, adjusted her chair height by 2 centimeters, wiped condensation from her display with her sleeve, the fabric leaving streaks that caught the red emergency lighting and turned the color of old blood. Hour 96. Grothek's voice boomed across every frequency. Earth's silence is accepted as refusal of terms. Commence offensive operations. 2000 warships advanced. Sensors swept clear space. No resistance. They ran, Grothek transmitted. As predicted. The first human voice in 96 hours came through on every frequency simultaneously. 7 words, flat, 0 stress markers on Serana's screen. "We received your ultimatum. We didn't find it persuasive." The sensor ghosts resolved behind Grothek's fleet. 800 human warships now sat between his force and the Dominion homeworld. They had used silence as cover for transit, not preparation for defense. Simultaneously, all 1,100 evacuated border stations reactivated, fully crewed, weapons hot. Grothek's fleet was bracketed. Serana's filaments discharged continuously, blue lightning sparking off her equipment, ozone burning her eyes. The other analysts had stopped working entirely. Grothek's body vibrated. His siege-evolved dermal plating interpreted encirclement as structural collapse. His biology prepared for rubble while his mind stood on the bridge in open space. Cale sat rigid at his station. 47 days until his rotation to atmospheric monitoring. He had wanted to study weather. He would spend his career listening for silences. Morales spoke again. "Fleet-wide. You have 96 hours to withdraw. We'll wait." Grothek withdrew. No engagement. No shots fired. The largest fleet mobilization in Dominion history reversed by 7 words and 4 days of engineered silence. Serana touched her singed filament one final time, understanding why the damaged instrument had detected Earth's silence first. The reduced conductivity made her sensitive to absence, to the weight of nothing where something should be. She had heard the frequency no one else could hear, and had not known how to listen. The silence counter climbed past 96 hours. It did not stop. The display had become a monument, a record written in elapsed time, the only evidence of the loudest thing she had ever heard. The Veth Dominion Signal Corps added a new classification, Type 0 Communication Event. Species-wide coordinated electromagnetic silence. Threat level, absolute. Only known practitioner, humanity. Serana sat in her cold underground room. The red emergency lighting turned her station the color of old blood. The copper smell of overworked arrays sat permanent in her throat. A filtration system clicked on, its hum joining the ghost frequencies of 1,000 intercepted signals. All of them speaking, none of them human.